Let's talk about the power grid. So, now that it's a one nation continent here in Amexa, we can talk about this. The old government allowed the power grid to be privatized, but you can see that was a mistake. Look at Avista and PG&E gouging the public. So people tell stories in the comments, like with the Vista. You have a contractor who just set up an outlet and he didn't use power on the site, and they charged him a bunch of money, right? So you can see obvious price gouging. PG&E also. And there's the issue that it's a fire hazard, especially in California. Uh, Anytime they neglect uh, doing trimming along the power lines and the trees start to shroud the power lines, well, a limb crosses both of them. Oh, and it starts a big forest fire, right? So you have to understand the maintenance involved. And it's part of the idiocracy having a power grid at all, because this goes back to uh, the fight with Tesla and Westinghouse. So Westinghouse wanted to have a power meter so he could charge the public because he was a greedy asshole, and Tesla wanted to give you all free energy. So that's the contention here. You're always going to have greedy fuckers who want to charge you. And that's why we have power lines today. Some greedy fucker wanted power. So uh, let's consider this. Let's consider what a fire hazard the power grid is, you know and consider localizing your power. I gave you all free energy 4 times as the world's smartest man. Why didn't you care? Why not fund uh, innovation and alternative energy solutions? You never really did that. You sent me $10 as the public. That was the first thing you wanted to donate for as the new government, right? You wanted me to give you free energy, but you only gave me $10, and I needed $53 to give you a demo of the invention, right? So that's the problem. It's like it's too little, too late, you know. So uh, if you care about this, what you want to do is you want to localize the power to your house. You want to have your house independent from the power grid. If you can accomplish that, you can do it with solar already, you know. And there's better solutions out there. What you want is consistent hydropower. That's something you already understand. Hydropower is a really good solution. It's clean. You already know how to do it. You don't have to adopt anything that I invented, or the magnet piston generator, right? But you can see Tesla cars are going to want to have that. And if there's a guy in Russia who can run his car on magnets alone and smashes it into the snowbank because it won't stop, right? What you need is a magnet piston generator in your Tesla cars if you want to uh, quit using the Honda gasoline generator on the side of the road to charge your Tesla. So uh, you're going to want to have innovations. You're going to want to have oscillating motors, like you see in these videos where people have a flywheel and springs with the oscillating motor. The problem is, entropy. So you're all in this battle with entropy. So, uh, this is the thing, you can create energy with two different pressures. Now that we've discovered basic vacuum physics, you could have a free hot water heater at home if you only knew how. After 33 feet in the air, if you pinch off a plastic tube in front of your students and you pull it out of a bucket of water, it's going to start to steam at the top of the tube. Well, that little air bubble and all the water dragging on it to come out the bottom of the tube, well, that is what's creating the steam at the top of the tube. So that's basic vacuum physics. And you can make uh, alternative energy solutions like based on the barrel pump. So you have the forever fountain now based off the barrel pump, and that allows firefighters to bring water up to the top of a mountain, for instance, without using any electricity, right? So you have these new things that you can do. I invented the thermal window generator. So when it's bitter cold in the winter, you can harvest electricity out your windowsill off the cold of the air. So if you can do something like this, the ambient temperatures, the two different temperatures between your house and the outdoors, because it is bitter cold in the winter, for a lot of you. So this is what it's about. If you become independent from the power grid, hey, you no longer need it. And that's what we want also, to eliminate fire hazards. So eventually one day we can all just collectively shut off the power grid and we won't need it anymore. To me, it's just a huge waste of metal.